Okay, so what do we to make out of this Monday for the Diamondbacks? 7 of 75 picks. This is either the turning point of the franchise for the foreseeable future, or man, did they crap the bed on this? I mean, I don't remember this much excitement around a draft for the Diamondbacks. Probably was the Trevor Bauer and go back to Beer Brot and all those guys. I mean, this is big, Pedro.
Upton and Drew and no, it is big. And I would say this: if you want to be the Diamondbacks' first-round pick this year, you're going to be in a very, very strong position because of what happened last year when the Diamondbacks failed to sign their first-round pick, and eventually went on to UCLA, and where he's had a tremendous freshman season. But you got to realize that there's no way the Diamondbacks can lose first-round picks 2 years in a row. So you're going to be in a tremendous position of strength, whoever you are as the number one pick. Brad, the other thing I would say is if you just look at recent history with Mike Hazen, I went and looked at last year. Of the first 26 picks that the Diamondbacks had, 22 were college players. And as we know, college players tend to be a lot closer to the major leagues than high school players. Now, there are the exceptions. You do take a high school player if the upside is just so tremendous that you think, okay, we're going to have to take a little bit of time, but this is going to be worth it. Let's not forget a guy like Mike Trout was a high school player. And he certainly panned out in a huge way. So you do take those guys if it's the right guy. But looking at the recent history, it looks like the Diamondbacks like to take a lot of college players.
Okay, so while it is 7 of 75, the first pick is not until the 16th overall. It's kind of hard to say what direction. You did allude to the college side of things, but is this a definite pitcher market for Mike Hazen? Have you picked up enough from the organization what direction they want to go?
I think it has to be, especially when you look at how thin the starting rotation is. You have some injuries, you have some guys underperforming, and all of a sudden you really are reaching. And I'm not just talking about this year. Let's look at last season when they had to go get a guy like Clay Buchholz, just and to finish out the season, things like that. So you have got to believe that pitching is going to be priority. I'd be surprised if, let's say, of the first 10 picks or so, that 7 or so are not pitchers. And you look at a major league roster, you look at any roster of a 25-man roster, 12 are pitchers. So that's half the team, basically. Right. So you've got to look at that direction, especially when there is such a need for it at the higher end.